Hello, and thank you for clicking on that clickbait of a title for this video. While you're here, like and subscribe. All right, so let's get right to it. What is the most overlooked thing in the world of drumming? It is percussion. That's what you need. That's why your drum parts suck. Yep, it's percussion, the evil word that no one ever thinks about. You spend all of your time as a drummer trying to perfect radamucues and double paradiddles in 7/16 time, or some pointless toe to heel technique for your double bass drum. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. What you really need to focus on is a pair of maracas or how to play a tambourine. I said it. Okay? That's the big thing. That's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to quickly run through some of the percussion that I use and kind of give you a real life example of how I go about using it, what I think of, what I'm trying to get at when I use certain elements of percussion. Here we go. Let's get it started. Okay, so the thesis here is maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just the genres of music that I've been listening to lately, but I have noticed a lack of variety in music. I've started going back and listening to some more classic stuff from the 60s and 70s, the Beatles, to be honest. And I noticed music back then, drumming, has more percussion in it. Modern drumming seems to be very focused on the drum set and perfecting techniques or stickings on the drum set, coming up with a groove, but not really a variety of sounds and tones, things that make your ears perk up. Those things seem to be lost, at least to me. They seem to have gotten lost. So I'm gonna make an effort to bring back percussion. That's what I want to talk about. All right. The first thing, even before you get to any sort of percussive instrument, a thing that you can do to add variety is change up your sticks. So here I have an example of mallets. You don't even need to get a whole new drum set or a whole new instrument. You can keep your same drum set and change your sticks. These are actually Dennis Chambers sticks. On one end, they have your normal stick like you would expect. And then on the other end, they have some mallets. You play the same drum set with the other end of these sticks, you're going to get a completely different sound. Variety, right? Or have you tried brushes lately? You should try brushes. Don't think that you just have to hit a drum with a drumstick made of wood. There are many different materials that you can make sticks out of, and you should try them all. All right, next, let's go through some of the common percussion that I use, and I'll give you the reasoning behind it or how I try to work it in to my drum parts. The first thing are shakers. All right, we have a normal egg shaker that I've purchased from the Memphis Drum Shop. You can get them, they're cheap, and they're very resourceful. I also have a shaker like this. I'm not exactly sure what the technical name of it. I just call it a shaker. Different variety of shaker than an egg shaker. That's what they sound like. I use these sorts of things kind of as a replacement for a hi-hat. I have two different hi-hats now, so that's two different sounds, and then closed hi-hats and open hi-hats. And then if you're adding a shaker in, it's even more variety. It's great. You can take a shaker and you can even go stereo if you're recording in stereo. So the sounds are mixed left to right. You can have your hi-hats on the left side and then the shaker on the right side. It's crazy. It's great. It makes the drum part open up and sound really wide, and gives a certain sort of atmosphere about it that's really good, and I like it. So I do that a lot. The next thing that I could recommend you trying are claves or claves. Claves. Look, I don't even know how to pronounce this stuff, but it's important. That's what a clave sounds like. And they kind of have a sort of Latin percussion feel. I recommend using these to give a certain different accent from your snare drum. So if your snare is on 2 and 4, you could try using a clave to accent the upbeats, or maybe the last 16th note and the downbeat of a beat. So going like a 1, right? Give that a try. It's a much different flavor than just your normal snare hit that you're accustomed to hearing. That over time, that becomes like an ice pick in your ear, right? You need something different. Mix it up with some claves. Or a wood block, technically a plastic block. This is not made out of wood. Same difference though. So you can use a wood block to accent if you're doing like rim knocks, right? You cross your stick over and you're knocking it on the rim of your snare drum. You can also maybe knock right on the wood block. It gives a different sort of texture. Same style, you're not changing anything. You're just giving a different texture to that rim knock. And then if you can, again, pan it left and right, maybe you get the normal everyday rim knock on the left side, and then an accent on the wood block on the right side, makes it open up, gives it good atmosphere. It's great. Okay, next is the ever important tambourine. If you go listen to music of the 60s and 70s, tambourine is all over. It's everywhere. It's great. I don't know whatever happened to the tambourine. This one is a tiny one that is built to attach to the top of your hi-hat, and you can operate it with your foot, but there's nothing stopping you from taking it off like I have and just playing it with your hand. You can also get bigger tambourines. There are all sorts of sizes and materials that they make them out of, and they all have a different sort of sound. I typically use a tambourine, that one, to accent my ride cymbal. So maybe during a chorus of a song, I've moved over to the ride cymbal, and I want that ping and that shine. I'll double track the tambourine over top of the ride cymbal, and it really brightens it up. Sounds very good. Again, gives it just another unique flavor. It's not just the same ride cymbal throughout a whole album of music. You're mixing things in, trying to keep the attention of the listener. All right? And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about, the last percussive instrument, is actually back behind this wall. We'll go back there, and it is a djembe. Let's go take a look. Okay, so the last thing, real quick, is this bad boy right here. This is a djembe. It is an African drum. It kind of gives you an African rhythm sound like this. Okay, quick sample there, but you get the point. It's just a different variety of drums. A lot of times I've heard some drummers say that they don't like percussion, mainly because it's not like heavy. You know, in the world of metal, at least, people think, oh, heavy drums and double kick bass drums and fast playing, hogwash. The djembe here, especially if you get a bigger size than what I've got, this is only a 12-inch, but they come in very large sizes. These things can be heavier than any kick drum or drum set you'll ever hear. They have great variety. You can play them with your hands or with sticks, or a lot of different ways to play it. But even just the sounds that you get out of a single djembe are incredible. They get really heavy, they get deep, they sound big. You can mic them on the top. You can stick a microphone kind of down in the bottom of it, double track them, and they end up sounding like war drums coming at you. They have a great sound. I love them. So you should really think about investing in a djembe if you've never considered it before. Okay, so again, just wanted to do a quick video on percussion because no one ever talks about it, and I felt like it needed its day in the sun. Please reply back in the comments. Let's talk about percussion, any instruments, percussive things that you like to use in your drum parts if you're recording. What sort of ways do you use them? Do you play heavy music, metal, blues, standard rock, jazz? And what sort of percussive things do you like to add to give flavor to your drum parts? Cool. All right. Thank you. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.